Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome back to another video going over the brand new Switch games coming out this November, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Now in today's video I want to talk about post games. Post games are something that can either make or break a game once you beat the game, and if there's nothing to do afterwards that takes up a lot of your time or is not really that interesting, the game's gonna flop because there's no replayability at all. So what would the post game be like in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? Because I've got a couple of things I do want to talk about that might help us figure out what the post game will be like in the new games. Of course, if you guys are excited for this video, please do drop a like down below. It really does help out the video, the channel, all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. So starting things off, what is a post game? I'm pretty sure you all know what one is, but if you don't, a post game is basically just something that you do once you complete the game. Once you beat the Elite Four, there should be something to do. So like in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we had the whole Team Rainbow Rocket episode, which was really cool because we got to fight all the old evil leaders. They all had legendary Pokemon. They had Mega Evolutions. You got a load of money for doing it. It was just a really cool post game that no one was really expecting, to be fair. And it definitely made it much better than Sun and Moon because the Sun and Moon post game wasn't that great in regards that you just went around and caught Ultra Beasts and that was kind of it. However though, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon just offered us a lot more. However though, as we all know, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are kind of version enhancements of Pokemon Yellow. They're not exactly remakes because there are a lot of differences as we've seen in the trailers, such as when that Lieutenant Surge trailer dropped, he only has a Raichu in Yellow. However though, you can clearly see that he has like 3 Pokemon on his team. So they've definitely taken things from like Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow to kind of make Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Plus, the thing about Yellow, Red, and Blue is the fact they don't have post games. The only post game is the fact that we can go and catch Mewtwo. That's the post game, which is awesome. We know that Mewtwo is in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee because of the trailers. We've seen Mewtwo, the battle and everything like that, so that's awesome. However, though, with a brand new Switch game, the first major Pokemon game on the Switch, it's got to have a post game. So what are they going to do? Well, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, they obviously had the whole Sevii Islands. So as we know, after the credits roll, the player is back in Pallet Town. Professor Oak will have the player come to his lab to check on the Pokedex. If the player has obtained at least 60 Pokemon, he will then upgrade it to the National Dex, in which he will then ask the player to go back to the Sevii Islands to encounter Pokemon that Professor Oak has never seen before. As we all know, there's probably not going to be a National Dex in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee because there's only the first 151 original Pokemon and some Alolan forms thrown in as well. So it's pretty much the Sevii Islands aren't going to be a thing. I don't think anyway. We don't think breeding's going to be in the game. We know that Eevees are, but no, Eevees are in the game. Ivies technically aren't, even though they have them in Pokemon Go, but I don't know how that's going to all change, but I don't think they have IVs in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And of course, in Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green, the daycare was on the 4th island. Obviously, we had the daycare in Cerulean City, but that was only looking after 1 Pokemon. In the, obviously, 4th island, they were looking after 2, which allowed you to lay eggs. But, of course, if the Sevii Islands aren't in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, we aren't going to be able to breed Pokemon, which is why IVs are pretty much not going to be in the game. But as we all know, like I say, Fire and Leaf Green had the whole Sevii Islands post-game, which is awesome. That's really cool. But like I say, it's not going to be in Yellow, in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because I can't see it happening, to be fair. I mean, Sevii Islands were kind of just for Fire and Leaf Green. Plus, they had loads of like Johto Pokemon there and stuff like that, so that's that. However, though, something that I do think the post game is going to have is something to do with Alolan forms. If you don't know what Alolan forms are, they were introduced in Generation 7, and they were basically alternate forms of the Kanto Pokemon. I'm pretty sure they were brought in because it was like the 20th anniversary of Pokemon and stuff like that, and it was kind of a throwback to all the Kanto Pokemon. But as we all know, the Alolan forms are in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but we're not going to be able to find the Alolan forms in Kanto because we have the Kanto forms. And the whole point of Alolan forms is that they went to somewhere else. These Kanto forms kind of adapted to that way of life in Alola, and that's what's given them the new typings and the new moves that they learn and everything like that. But if they're back in Kanto, they're not going to adapt to anything because they're just going to have the normal Kanto forms. So we're not going to find Alola forms in Kanto. It's not going to happen because it wouldn't make sense. So why are Alolan forms available in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? It's a little bit of a weird one. Obviously, they've been made available in Pokemon Go as well. Like, all of them are in there now. It's definitely very interesting because, like I say, why would they randomly have them all in? Like, they don't have anything to do with Kanto. They're all Alolan, you know? So what I do believe the post game is going to definitely center around is Alolan forms. Now, maybe we go back to Alola and that's where we can catch them. I don't think it's just going to be like transfer them from Pokemon Go to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee and that's it. Because why would that be a thing? Why would they randomly include them in Pokemon Go and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? There's got to be some sort of connection with Alola or something like that, or some sort of island or some sort of post-game thing that allows you to go and catch these. I don't think they're only going to be available in Pokemon Go. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to catch them in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. But something, obviously, we've got Alolan Rattata, Alolan Raticate, Alolan Raichu, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Vulpix, Ninetales, Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth, Persian, Geodude, Graveler, Golem, Grimer, Muck, Alolan Executor, and Alolan Marowak. But the interesting thing about this is the version exclusives. The version exclusives have been confirmed for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. In Let's Go Pikachu, the version exclusives are Oddish, Sandshrew, and Growlithe. In Let's Go Eevee, we have Bellsprout, Vulpix, and Meowth. So, something interesting about that is the fact that Sandshrew, Vulpix, and Meowth all have Alolan forms. We've got Sandshrew there, we've got Vulpix there, and we've got Meowth here. So, does that mean that the Alolan forms are also going to be version exclusive to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? And building on top of that, why does Let's Go Eevee get 2 Alolan forms and Let's Go Pikachu gets 1? I don't want to say it because it would really be painful if this was true, but obviously we have the brand new Pokemon that is coming out in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee that nobody knows about. You send it over to Pokemon Go, and then that's where you find out. What if it's a new Alolan form? Like, no one's really thought about that. What if it's an Alolan Growlithe or an Alolan Oddish? Maybe it's not a Generation 8 Pokemon. They haven't confirmed that. That's just what we think. Like, technically we're still in Generation 7. It could be an Alolan Oddish or Growlithe just because they haven't been made before. Obviously, all those leaks came out a while back as well about Alolan Oddish and Alolan Growlithe for that matter. But if Alolan forms were version exclusive, I can't see Let's Go Eevee getting 2 and then Let's Go Pikachu getting 1. It wouldn't be fair. So if that is the case and they replicate them with the Alolan forms, I don't want to say it, but of course it's trading to Pokemon Go where the Alolan forms are all available now. I really don't want to say it, but what if the new Pokemon that we're all really excited about is just an Alolan Oddish? It could be. We have no idea. They haven't really hyped it up or anything like that. So if they're not hyping it up, like if it was a brand new mythical or a legendary, they definitely would have like kind of not exactly made a trailer about it, but put it in a couple more trailers. Like it's kind of only in one, and that was the first one we got. So I don't want to say that, but that's just something I'm talking about. But yeah, for the post game, I know I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah, for the post game, I definitely think there's going to be some sort of connection to Alola where we do catch these Alolan forms. Because like I say, it just doesn't make sense to get the Alolan forms in Kanto. Like, why wouldn't you? We've not actually seen, I'm pretty sure, any Alolan forms in the kind of like the Go Park as well. I'm pretty sure in any of the trailers we haven't seen any of them. I don't think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't think we have. So maybe there's a reason we haven't. Maybe that's because we don't get them in Go Park. Maybe we go and get them on a different island or something like that. But like I say, the Sevii Islands I do not believe is going to be in the games because the Sevii Islands, it's all to do with like Celio trying to get his thing to, like his machine to work with Team Rocket and stuff like that. Then we obviously, once you do everything, then you can do Mewtwo and you can get either like Entei, Suicune, or Raikou or anything like that, depending on your Pokemon you caught. It's just all to do with the different islands and stuff. Like I said, there's breeding on the 4th island, everything like that. I just can't really see it being a thing. I can definitely I mean, it has to have a post game. Like, honestly, if Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is literally just the Elite Four, and then it's literally just get Mewtwo, it's going to be very underwhelming because we're going back to Kanto. They know that they've already made like Kanto games like 3 times. Obviously, Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and now Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They're going to have to offer something different to not annoy people. Because yes, we do have Generation 8 coming out next year, but just to have another Kanto remake and then that's it, just for a whole year, is going to be a little bit underwhelming. The games look incredible, don't get me wrong, but if we don't have any exciting post-game, it's going to be very, very unfortunate because it will destroy the replayability of it. Like, I'm looking forward to them so much, and I cannot wait to play them. But I definitely think that the Alolan forms will have something to do with the post-game, because it's just randomly to include these. And like I say, it doesn't make sense to find them in Kanto because they have their Kanto forms. It wouldn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. It's silly because they won't have to adapt to anything in Kanto. They'd just be their Kanto forms. So I can definitely see whether we go back to Alola, who knows. The new Pokemon that we don't know what it is could be an Alolan Oddish if the version exclusives are true. Cause I can't see them doing 2 version exclusives, Alolan forms for Let's Go Eevee, and then only 1 for Let's Go Pikachu. I mean, it could even be a Growlithe. Who knows? That'd be awesome. But at the end of the day, and to be fair, it actually has a high chance of being a Growlithe because Vulpix and Growlithe kind of go hand in hand with those kind of fire types in Generation 1. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if that was the case. Bellsprout is definitely not getting 1. Oddish might. Who knows? I can see it definitely being Growlithe more than Oddish, to be fair. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think the post game is going to be? Do you think there's going to be a post game? And if you do think there's going to be a post game, do you think it has anything to do with what I've said today? Do you think it has anything to do with Alolan forms or going back to Alola or anything like that? I don't want to go back to Alola. I've had Alola for the last 2 years. I'm kind of sick of Alola at the moment. But, I mean, if it was just like a little island on the side of Alolan, then that'd be pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe we have like a snippet of Generation 8 and that's where the 11 forms are. We really have no idea. But I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say, though, because it's definitely very interesting. But that is pretty much everything that I want to talk about for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please do remember to leave a like down below. Really appreciate it. Really about the video channel, all that good stuff. Remember my second channel, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, channel, Discord, and Patreon can all be found in the description down below. So if you want to check out any of my social medias or subscribe for that daily content, please do check all the links in the description down below. That is everything from me though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and until next time, guys, peace.